Yeah, La Thuile, EWS round 3 and 4. And yeah, first practice day here and it's raining a lot. We did shakedown yesterday. Real good day yesterday. It was good track. Got the bike set up pretty well. Did a couple of changes. Raised my front end 5mm, which I've always kind of done when I come here. Just kind of, it's fast and rough and steep, so you kind of feel like you're on the front a bit more. So lift it up and it kind of gets your weight back into the center of the bike. But yeah, it's rained ever since we finished shakedown all day yesterday, all morning, all night. So yeah, it's proper muddy. We put on 2 Maxxis Shorties, mud tyres. We got the big ORP mudguard on. We're going waterproofs. It's gonna be a proper day in the muck. Yeah, I've raced here quite a few times before. I've raced every EWS here and then 1 or 2 Super Enduros as well, and I've always loved it. It's some of the best riding in Europe or any of the races we go to, I think. So yeah, I've always really liked it. My results have always been pretty decent here. Like out of the bigger Alpine races, it's probably been one of my better places. So yeah, definitely, you know, it's good to come back here, and especially good to come back on the new bike I have, because yeah, that thing it's built for stuff like this, you know, the big Alpine kind of tracks. So yeah, I was really excited to get stuck into it on that. On the way up to stage 4 here now for practice. Big talk of the day seems to be tyres. You just see everyone's looking at everyone's tyres, seeing who's running what. I've tried a few different options today so far. Like my standard go-to is Assegai front, DHR2 rear, Minion DHR2 rear. Downhill casing always. And the options we're toying with is shorties. So I started the day with 2 shorties, front and rear. But the tracks, they're not actually as wet as we expected, like at all. The ground's actually still pretty hard, so it's not like soft, loamy stuff. It's just kind of greasy. So I switched then to Assegai front and back to the Minion DHR on the rear. And it was pretty good, a little bit greasy. Struggled a little bit on the braking, was the only thing. So now I've got a shorty on the rear and it seems to be pretty good. Yeah, it's just get you stopped that bit quicker, kind of digs in. There's Keegan on the stories. Hello! Really good, really good day. Yeah, tracks are so good, like no bad stages really. It's a good mix of downhill, steep, flowy, technical. There's a decent climb in stage 4, a pretty big one, so like it's got everything you want from an enduro really. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like the tracks were surprisingly dry, and especially like it turned out to be a pretty sunny day, so they dried up quite a lot in the end. It's hard to know how they'll be when we race, because there's still bits that are soft and there's still shiny roots and stuff, so I think there's more rain forecast. I don't think it's going to be a dry race by any means, but yeah, it's definitely going to be one where you're going to have to kind of play it live and try to read the terrain in front of you. I prefer an early start, because you just wake up, have your breakfast and go. Sometimes we start at like 11 or 12 and you just spend the whole morning just nervous and scared. So the earlier you start, the less time you have to think, you just go. Yeah. Yeah, so it's quite a short race here. We've got 4 stages. They're a bit shorter than what we're used to here. Normally we take 2 chairlifts up and get like a few 10-minute plus stages, but this year there's quite a lot more snow, so we've had to go from the first chairlift. Stage 1 is fast, mostly fast, and then it kind of tightens up in the middle and towards the end, kind of classic European switchback turns. Stage 2 is the only stage we pedal up to, so it's on the other side of the valley, and that's kind of similar again. Starts off fast and then there's just a lot of tight switchbacks, quite natural, good dirt on that one. 3 is short. I think it's the shortest one, where it starts just right off that first lift. And yeah, again, similar kind of style. It's just flat out from the top, real well built up tops, quite a lot of support, so you can really hook it down there. Then as you get lower, it gets kind of tighter and steeper and slippier. Stage 4 is the big boy. That's the longest one. It starts a bit further up, and it's got a pretty big physical section in the middle. Top section is quite fast, and you've got physical traverse kind of climb in the middle, and then the bottom is steep, rooty, technical, pretty gnarly, and then it finishes with this the rock garden, the famous La Thuile rock garden. So yeah, it's a tricky section. Never mind when you come in after blowing your lights out on a big climb above. Yeah, mixed feelings after first race here. Started out well, had a good stage 1, got 10th on that, and didn't feel like, I felt like there was room to improve, so I was pretty happy and fired up for the second one. And then second stage felt similar, like I rode well but made mistakes. I had there was a section of tight turns in the middle that I did a pretty bad job of. When I got 34th on that, so times are so tight. Like I didn't actually lose that much more time to the leaders, it's just times are that tight. And then yeah, stage 3 I got a flat up at the top, which was kind of annoying because I was feeling really good on that one. Just ripped the turn really hard and sliced the tyre a bit. But thankfully I had the push core in, so I could actually ride pretty well the rest of the way down. And I still managed the top 50 on that stage, so I was pretty stoked about it. I actually didn't lose that much time at all. And then yeah, stage 4, it rained on the way up and rained all the way through it, so it got pretty hectic. I managed to fix the tyre after stage 3. It just put a CO2 on it and a plug, and it went again, which was pretty impressive actually, because it did the full stage on a puncture and it was still sweet, the tyre and the rim and everything. And then yeah, stage 4 was so-so. It was okay. I probably could have, there was a big climb in the middle, I probably could have gone harder on that, but then I rode the next section well, which was pretty muddy and blown out, so it's hard to know where to put your energy, but I think for the next run of that I'll probably go harder on the climb. And then yeah, I just didn't commit to high lines down the bottom, so yeah, it was just hard to judge because the conditions were changing so much. And yeah, I think I ended up 32nd in the end, 32nd, 33rd, something like that. So yeah, considering one stage with a puncture and the other stage a bit weather affected, I'll take it. I feel good on the bike. I actually really enjoyed today, which is cool, because you don't always enjoy race days, but I did really enjoy it. So yeah, fired up for the next one. I know what to do better, so give it a boom.